My jealous sister smashed my first trophy, swiped my college essay to claim my place, hijacked my wedding with a fake pregnancy, and had everyone cheering for her. So I cornered her at the clinic, shattered the illusion, and left her begging for forgiveness after the ultimate Uno reverse. I was 7 years old when my older sister Emma rejected me as a family member, all because school came pretty easy to me. Not just academically either, but the sporty side too, especially cheerleading. I remember coming home with a trophy from a competition I had won, and my sister was livid. She was the first one I told. "Look, Emma, look what I got!" But instead of accepting my hug, she took my trophy and literally threw it out the window. But 7-year-old me kept trying. It wasn't until I painted a picture and watched as she not only tore it into pieces, but painted a new one that looked just like it, that I finally gave up. But I never stopped wanting to be her best friend. I was 17 when she asked to read my college essay, and I thought it was finally happening. Emma wanted to bond with me. I had no reason to be suspicious because she was 2 years post-high school and had no intention of going to college, or so I thought. I was using the family computer to submit my application when I saw it. One tab left open. I skimmed through it and saw my essay had already been submitted, except not under my name, under Emma's. Tears started streaming down my face, but I didn't have time to cry. I only had 3 days left until the deadline closed, so I wiped my tears away and spent those 72 hours speed writing a completely new one. Long story short, I got accepted, but Emma didn't. That incident burned what was left of our sisterhood down to the ground. So after I moved out for college, I only saw her during the holidays, and even then, we'd barely talk. But I was still happy for her, because after that failed attempt, she started to turn her life around. From her Instagram, I could see that she had finally gotten her esthetician license and the summer body she always dreamed about. I wanted to reach out to congratulate her, but I wasn't even sure if she knew I followed her and didn't want her to block me. But 3 years later, she did it herself. It was my first day as a registered nurse, so I posted a photo of me and the other girls in the staff room. Immediately, she called me and asked why I didn't invite her to my college graduation. I told her the truth, that I didn't want her to sabotage it. There was silence for a while, and I swear I thought she hung up. But that's when she whispered a meek, "I'm sorry." An awful gut feeling washed over me, but I told myself that giving her a chance was the least I could do, and immediately said, "It's okay." "No, Ella, it's not. Are you still living in Chestnut Hill?" I told her yes, and she began insisting on buying me dinner at the local diner, just like old times. Every part of me wanted to say no, but my imagination was running wild. I thought of me and Emma, gossiping on a couch together, drinking lavender tea, having the friendship I always dreamed of. It was that same image that made me say yes. Our catch-up was actually pretty positive, but far from the image that I had imagined, because she spent almost 90% of the conversation talking, more like bragging, about every single positive thing she had done since we last talked. She started off by telling me about her eyebrow-threading business success and how she had learned to swim. But after an hour had passed, she even started bragging about how she had once donated a whopping 1% of her paycheck to charity. I didn't even get to talk about my role as a nurse, or how I had gotten engaged to the love of my life. But I thought I'd be a bad sister if I let that be the reason I cut her off. So at the end of her 3-hour-long monologue, I told her I forgave her. We decided that Friday was our day, and for the